Girls, y'all go. The coach had the one on the end.
Okay.
Yeah. It's your world when this is. It's your world.
Yes.
Ooh. Is this the last spot? Okay, welcome back to the first game of tonight's session of the Kentucky High School Athletic Association's Mingua Girls Sweet 16. With us tonight are the GRC Hoops Cardinals with head coach Robbie Graham and players Ciara Byars, Brianna Byars, and Anaya Chestnut. Coach, comments about your game.
Well, we had a good first quarter there. It started out well. We were up 19-7. We gave up that basket right there in the quarter. I think that gave them some juice going in the second quarter and kind of got us back on our heels. And second quarter, we were flat. The ball wasn't moving. Offensively, we weren't getting good shots, forced a couple shots, had some crucial turnovers and some big misses there in the second quarter. We knew they were going to come out and play hard. You know, their guards they go as their guards go. They both played well. We had a hard time keeping them out of the lane on dribble penetration. We tried to go zone a couple times. Then we didn't cover shooters. So we're like, we can't do that. So we just got to toughen up our man and keep him out of the lane. Those guards are tough. I mean, they're really good. Drakeford and Yeast both had, pretty good games. We just had a hard time keeping out of the lane. We got out rebounded by 4, which doesn't happen. I mean, I don't know how many times happened this year, maybe 1 or 2, but that's definitely has to improve for us to continue to advance. We didn't do a good job on the boards. We let them just crash, get second shot opportunities. And, fourth quarter, I felt like we played a little bit more fire, a little more juice, finished a little more. Ball was moving, executed a little bit better offensively, and able to get some better shots.
Okay, questions?
For the players, when you notice that Mercer County just wasn't going to go away in this game, you know what time of the year it is. So just as veterans, how did you lock in and say, all right, we're not going to let this one slip away?
We just had to toughen up, and we came together as a group, and we knew that we didn't want to go out like this. So we had to toughen up, sit down and defend, and just pull our team together and do what we needed to do to pull out the win.
Robbie, you're talking about how much their guards hurt you, but yeah, when I look at the stat sheet, they go 11 of 33. So kind of talk about the defense your guards played and then the move to switch Byars on the Drakeford late in the game.
Well, that was the plan. We wanted to save fouls, not get Brianna early foul trouble. We were going to put her on in the second half, a little more length. They didn't score, but just the fact they were getting in a lane and we were having to collapse defensively. Now they can kick out the shooters or dump down. We got to help so much. When our defense is constantly rotating and help, it's not very good. We've got to keep everything in front of us, be solid, not gamble. And we did that a little bit better in the fourth quarter. Kind of locked down a little bit. We went light there. We switched a little bit, which helped us. But our guards are kind of small, so it's hard for us to switch everything a lot because that we have our smaller guards against the bigger players, and just a tough matchup for us.
Brianna, your sister talked about not wanting to go out this way. First round wins have been kind of second nature for you guys coming up here. It's getting into those later rounds, and you've lost to the eventual state champions a lot up here. How do you take just all those experiences, out there on the court in a game like this and going forward to try to just channel that and make a run that you guys want to do?
Honestly, it's just different every year. I think with this being my senior year, it makes everybody more hungry because, like we all said, we don't want to go out first round. We want to make it as far as we can and hopefully come out on top. So with the experience, I mean, it's just coming like with players now and players back when I was in 8th grade. It's just a total different leadership. So I have to show the same leadership to them as I'd had when I was in 8th grade playing in the state championship. So.
Anaya, first game at Rupp Arena, and you hit 3 different 3-point shots. Can you talk about your mindset going in and how you were feeling out there?
Well, since this was my first time in Rupp, I was a little anxious coming out, but when we started warming up, I just felt confident and relaxed. So I just came out ready to play, just ready to shoot.
Ciara, it looked like you were kind of taking over there at the end. You're getting the ball fed a lot. I mean, I assume that's pretty normal, but just it's a little bit different when you're in a tight game like this.
Yes, sir. We normally go for our mismatches, and at the time, we feed it to whoever's going, whoever's a hot hand, and it just so happened to be me tonight.
Two things, Robbie. You talked yesterday about having a hard time getting Anaya to shoot. So even when she makes shots, that doesn't encourage her anymore. Then when you look there and see she's your co-leading rebounder, how often does that happen?
Well, she's a really good rebounder for a guard and for her size. I mean, she has a nose for the ball and she goes and gets it. A couple times we had to get after her a little bit because she was letting Drakeford get offensive rebounds where she wasn't boxing out. He was turning, trying to go look at the rim instead of boxing her out. Then Drakeford would get in there and get an offensive rebound. But she's a really good rebounder for a guard. And speaking of her shooting, she's always shoots it well in practice, just getting her confidence in the game to let it fly. She had a really good game in the regional tournament. I think that's carried over to this game, hopefully to continue to carry over for the next game.
Coach McKeely Tabor off the bench played, I believe, 20 minutes. What was the decision behind that?
Well, she was just playing well. I mean, she was giving us a little toughness we needed at time. She gives us rebounding. So it's one thing we tell all our players, you got to be ready to go. You could go from not playing at all to playing 10 minutes or playing for 10 minutes to playing 20. So everybody's got to be prepared because you're sprained ankle away, foul trouble away. So always got to be engaged and ready to go.
One more, right?
Brianna, in addition to the win tonight, you scored your 2000th point as a Cardinal. Any thoughts on that?
Honestly, it's just a great feeling. I didn't even know it was gonna, happen since I've already reached that milestone as a whole, but it's just a great thing to be a part of.
And with that, Coach, congratulations on the win, and ladies, and good luck on your next game.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time.
Careful coming off those steps. You don't need twisted ankles. Well, you can, but the rest of them.
Thank you.
We have the Mercer County Titans, head coach Hayley Spivey, student athletes Lindsay, Jessie, Anna Drakeford, and Timber Yeast. Coach, comments on the game, please.
GRC is a experienced and tough program, and I have all the respect in the world for them. And they played a better game than us tonight. And, so all the credit goes to them and what they were able to accomplish. And we cut it to 1 or 2 there in the third quarter and had a chance to take the lead. And we just struggled putting the ball in the basket. But I am extremely proud of the way my team played tonight and how the toughness that they showed and just the competitiveness that they showed.
Questions from the media? Over there again. Right here.
Coach, you went down 19-9 early and brought it back to, I think, tie it in the second half. Can you talk about what changed during that time period?
Our defense, we started out in a zone and they hit some big shots that and we didn't get out on them. And so we had to adjust our defense and we started playing man and we were able to get some stops and we were able to score a little bit better in the second quarter. And so I think just making those adjustments and the girls kind of getting up and pressuring the ball a little bit more and kind of having a little bit more intensity on the floor allowed us to kind of cut the lead there.
Question for you, Coach, and maybe for Lindsay as well. How were you able to rebound so well against them, and how did that help you stay in this game?
Oh, well, we've been preaching it all week is just that, you got to secure the rebound against a team like GRC. And so we talked about making sure we block out and, we pretty much said if our bigs are doing their job, then Anna and T should be able to get the rebounds. If they're blocking out like they should, then our guards should be able to get the rebounds. And I think we did a really good job of that. We didn't allow too many second chance points and that was kind of our goal because we knew we were going to have to limit that. And so I'll let Lindsay speak on that if she wants to about just the challenge of rebounding.
Takes all 5 of us, and I think all 5 of us fought for every rebound, so.
Hayley, a little bit of a strange game. You take 40 shots and your 2 guards take 33. Was that the design going in or just kind of the way the game worked or what?
No, I wouldn't say that was necessarily the game plan. We just knew that our biggest mismatch was going to be inside against the Byars girls. And so we really needed our guards to be able to kind of control the offense and look to attack a little bit more. And so, in the second half, we were able to get them kind of getting to the rim and taking some more shots. And so I'm not going to necessarily say it was designed that way, but it ended up kind of flowing that way just to kind of get the Byars girls out of the lane and try to score that way.
This is for the anyone, coach or players. Obviously, before the year even started, you had to deal with some adversity not anticipated. Can you talk about overcoming that and kind of getting to this point and how much that means to you?
It was really hard at first, but we've had so many injuries over the past few years that we kind of knew how to come together to get over it. It was really hard knowing she wasn't ever going to come back. So I think a big motivation of ours was just for her, doing it for her.
Kimberly, what's that make you feel like hearing that right there?
It's amazing because just the amount of hard work that they put into this, nobody expected us to be here. So just to be able to get back to her, yeah, it sucks for me not to be able to play but for these girls, just to show just work hard, don't listen to anybody, just play for your team, work hard. So I'm really proud of these girls.
Final questions. Coach Spivey, congratulations to you and the Titans on a great season.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you, ladies. Exit to your right, please. Watch your step. Yeah.